The story begins at a railway station where we see many strange rats running around. A train was just about to depart. The surprising thing was that today the station was unusually crowded. Everyone wanted to leave the city as quickly as possible. We then see a doctor named Suk, who was traveling with his 2 daughters. Suk was angry at his elder daughter because she never listened to him. Just then, another train unexpectedly arrived on the same track. The officers at the station tried to stop it with hand signals, since it had entered without any prior information. Meanwhile, Suk and his daughters boarded their train. The officers ran toward the incoming train as they noticed blood leaking from its cabins. When they opened one of the doors, they found several dead bodies inside. Suk witnessed this horrifying scene from the window. When the officers opened the next cabin, a swarm of rats and more corpses spilled out. Suk was terrified. People at the station started talking about a strange virus, claiming it was spreading rapidly through rats. But Suk didn't believe the rumors and ignored them. He then began looking for his elder daughter, Link, who had gone to another cabin. When he found her, she was sitting with an army officer. Angry, Suk shouted, "Did I send you to medical college so you could hang out with your boyfriend?" The officer asked Link who Suk was, and she coldly denied knowing him. Enraged, Suk tried to slap her, but the officers restrained him and locked him in another cabin. Soon, they heard a loud thud. Someone had fallen. When an officer checked, he saw something moving under the man's skin. As they got closer, the man collapsed, and hundreds of rats that had been eating him leapt onto the officers. The officers screamed as the rats attacked. In the chaos, the handcuff key dropped near Suk. He quickly unlocked himself, but by then, the rats had already torn the officers apart. In the business class cabin, passengers began hearing scratching noises from the ceiling. One man tried to shoo the rats away with a stick, but he accidentally hit the ventilation system, releasing thousands of rats into the cabin. The rats attacked everyone, biting and devouring passengers alive. Chaos and panic filled the air. Meanwhile, the train head, who already knew about the rat virus, tried to escape toward the last cabin with a security guard. Suk, now free, discovered his cabin door was locked, and the officer with the key was dead. He broke the door and escaped, desperate to find his daughters. He entered the business class cabin and saw the massacre. Terrified, he climbed over the seats, crossed the cabin silently, and shut the door behind him. In his own cabin, unaware passengers laughed off his warnings when he shouted that a deadly rat virus had spread inside the train. Only his younger daughter, Ting, and a boy believed him and moved to the next cabin, just before thousands of rats attacked. Those still uninfected tried moving toward the front cabins, which were still safe. The train head, panicked, said, "If I save everyone, I'll die." So he decided to detach the infected rear cabins. The rear passengers climbed onto the roof in desperation. Those in the front soon noticed that infected people's bodies were changing horribly. The virus was mutating humans too. Suk revealed that he was a doctor and could make an antidote. He said there was a hospital near the next station where they could find medicine. Some disagreed, unsure if the station was safe, but one man forced the train head at gunpoint to stop there. They separated the infected into another cabin. When the train reached the hospital station, a small group, including Suk and Ting, went out. Ting insisted on joining her father, apologizing for never listening and saying, "Dad, I love you. I can't let you go alone." Suk agreed and ignored Link, who cried as he left. The group entered the city, silent, empty, littered with corpses but no rats. Soon they realized the rats were hiding in the shadows, avoiding sunlight. Unfortunately, their path to the hospital led through a dark area. As clouds covered the sun, the rats attacked from the shadows. 2 people were killed before the rest reached the hospital. Inside, they met a man hiding with his family. Back at the train, someone knocked frantically on the cabin door. Passengers were terrified, thinking it was an infected person, but it was a normal man who had escaped the city. He warned them that the rats were devouring everyone alive. The train head feared that Suk's group might already be infected and decided to leave without them. Meanwhile, in the hospital, Suk's group found thousands of rats and quietly collected medicines. As Suk grabbed the antidote, a wooden plank broke under him. He dangled from the upper floor, threw the medicines to his team, but the sound alerted the rats. They ran for their lives and escaped in a car back toward the train. When they arrived, they saw piles of dead bodies outside. Link opened the cabin door and reunited with her father. Just then, clouds covered the sun again, and the rats swarmed the train. They hurriedly departed, but one man fell off and was instantly devoured. Suk injected the infected passengers with the antidote, but soon the train stopped. Another derailed train blocked the track. Passengers got out to clear it as the rats closed in. One brave man, covered in bombs, sacrificed himself. He detonated them, killing thousands of rats and clearing the track. The train moved again, but ahead, the track split. One path led into a broken cliff. Suk ran out, pulled the lever, and held it up to change the track. The train passed safely, saving everyone, but Suk was left behind. He ran after the speeding train but couldn't catch it. His daughters cried helplessly as he accepted his fate. Thousands of rats swarmed him, and he was finally consumed. The train escaped the city, and the movie ended there. How did you like the movie? Tell us in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. Your support means everything to us.